Hello chess fans, we're back with another rapid chess video and we're against Jihaz. Okay, I'm going to go for c4 and I think I'm going to go for some hyper modern Hikaru style setup. So we see e6. So yeah, I'm going to go knight f3. So we could see d5 here. In which case, I think I'm going to go for e3, just defending my pawn first. And I expect knight f6, that's the most usual move. And now I'm going to go for b3. Now you're going to see that my setup is just aimed at controlling the dark square diagonal with my bishop. So bring the bishop here. And castles is a very normal setup. Let's go knight c3 because the knight doesn't have anywhere else to develop. Now here, yeah, okay, you can either go c5 there, you can go c6. I think you can also go here. So all those were moves. And now you have to sort of make a decision as white. So I think one of the best moves is you can just take. And after takes, okay, you get a normal position. You can also go for, I think you can go for bishop e2 here. Because if he goes d4, I take, go knight b4. And there's no way to defend this. But does he have d3 there? Yeah, maybe he has d3. So the final way is just to take here. And usually they take with the knight, but pawn takes is also playable. You just get into an IQP. So takes. Knight c6 is what I expect. Now, if I do remember, there is some line with g3, but I don't think it works in this specific position. I think I'm too badly developed. And yeah, this setup is a little bit weird with the bishop on e7. Like, it's definitely playable, but I mean, most players want to, if you're going to play the setup, put the bishop on d6 or the bishop on c5. It's just a little bit more active there, but I don't think there's anything wrong with the bishop on e7. It's just a little bit strange. So yeah, that's why I didn't really expect my opponent to play c5. With bishop e7 makes more sense with c6 and d takes c4 setups. So yeah, black can pretty much pick their setup, either Semislav, Tarrasch, and Queen's Gambit accepted players. They all do something different. But yeah, usually Queen's Gambit accepted players wouldn't go e6, d5. Or no, I guess they would. Yeah, they would kind of have to transpose. But okay, we see takes. It's a little bit strange. So obviously I want to take here to keep my bishop's diagonal open. Now we might see, like, he wants to get the bishop to f6, but like I was thinking knight e4, but no. Then I just take and then mate him. So maybe bishop e6, yeah. Knight takes e6 is generally not a move you want to play. So I think my opponent has already made a decently sized mistake. I'm curious about their other ratings. So it seems like my opponent is a little bit of a slower player because their rapid rating is their highest one. Yeah, so I think there I might have been threatening here, but I wasn't threatening there. But I might have been trying to go rook d1. So let's go for castles. If he ever moves the knight, I'm just taking here immediately. Okay, that is... Again, this is not how you play an IQP. You do not want to trade pieces, so I'm perfectly fine with that. But does he want to go bishop c5? Is that one of his ideas? Yeah, so I think then it makes sense to trade this off. Now, the a pawn is kind of a weakness, but I could go a4 at any point. I don't want to do it right away because the bishop can eye there, but I want to go for this. Putting pressure here so that it's hard to move his knight first. Maybe I should have gone here first because like he might have rook c8. Then it's hard for my knight to move. And if I go a4, then he has d4. Yeah, rook c8, rook fc8 is annoying. Because I want to go knight b5, but then there's no knight b5 because of rook c2. So maybe I go king f1 is crazy enough. Okay, rook a5. What is rook a5? Yeah, I don't really understand rook a5. I think I can go a3, b4 probably. Here, though. Yeah, again, this d5 move is so annoying. Oh, he's going rook a5 to defend this against bishop f3. Ah, okay, that makes a lot of sense. So I could still go bishop f3. Then his idea is to go here. I go a4. Then this, again, here, always. So I could go knight b5. Yeah, knight b5 looks really natural then, but he might go rook c8. But then I have knight d4 is my idea, covering this. Then here, maybe this. So yeah, knight b5 looks most natural. Rook c8, I have knight d4. Is there bishop c5? I don't think so, because at worst I can just go here, right? This might be slightly annoying, especially if I don't have any pressure on this pawn. But yeah, maybe I don't know. I mean, queen takes b6 is so natural for me, but okay, he wants to go knight c5, I guess. Again, these are like weird moves by my opponent, like very, very strange. Especially because I think I have e4. No, I don't have e4. But it would be nice if I did. So he wants to go knight c5. That's his whole idea. But let's just go rook d2, I guess. Maybe not. Maybe bishop f3. Oh, that would hang the knights. So definitely do not do that. Oh, knight c5 just blunders b4. What am I talking about? Knight a4 and then I just take. Yeah, so let's just go knight d4, but then bishop f6. So maybe his idea to go bishop f6. That would be so bad for him. I don't want to go here because knight c5, b4, knight a4, takes. Here, attacking this bishop f6. I don't know. So weird. Yeah, I guess I'll go a4. I don't know. Your rook kind of looks silly, and I can finally move my rook. Sounds like a win-win. Again, knight c5 is not a problem. He wants to go bishop f6, which is so weird, because you really should not be trading pieces if you have the IQP. Not to mention, like after... Okay, again, this is I think is not how you should play the IQP. I think I might just go bishop d4, though, because I wouldn't mind if he improves the positioning of my pieces. Yeah, I might actually just take, and after knight takes, I have rook c1. I think my opponent is just way too trade happy when they really, really should not be. Okay, let's go rook here. Again, just bringing all the pieces in the action. Now, yeah, the rook has to take a long time to get back in the game. Okay, now we are blockading the pawn quite nicely, but we might as well bring the rook in. I think that's a good idea. Rook c1 takes here. I'm thinking d4 is a crazy tactic. Takes. Oh, no, he doesn't have rook c2. Okay. I was thinking like rook c2. I don't remember. Like there was some crazy tactics. Okay, he goes there. So now it's kind of difficult to see how to make progress. Like knight d6 immediately jumps out at me, but after rook d8, let's say takes, rook d7, my knight would be trapped. So that's obviously not the move. I could just go h6 or h3, sorry, creating some breathing space. But then he's going to go rook c8, and do I want to go rook d1? Like, yeah, rook d1 is not a bad move, but I mean, maybe it's not the move I want to play. So I could also go rook c1 right away. Idea being that here, takes, rook takes, bishop takes, knight d6, attacking the bishop. Bishop has to move. I go here. Is there knight e8 though? Maybe. So yeah, rook c1 right away looks good. I'm not worried about knight e4. Like, I wouldn't mind actually trading this off, because I feel like his pawns are very weak. Knight e7 is not a problem because I have rook e7. Then f6 though. Oh no, he can't go f6 because the bishop hangs. Okay, I should have a very, very nice position here, but it's all about just taking this position to its fullest. Honestly, this is not my type of position. Usually I don't just get a positional advantage and win. So now I have to calculate takes, rook takes, bishop takes, knight d6. Let's say bishop e6 here, knight e8, then I have b4, which would just easily win the game. So his only move there is d4, in which case I still go b4. So I'll take. Okay, it looks like we're going to get this. And we just got exactly what I calculated on the board. So now I think here, b4 looks most natural to me. Let's calculate one more time. Takes, a5, takes. There's no way a5 is winning, so it has to be b4. b4, knight d5 though. a5 takes here. a6, d3, a7 takes here. Queens would be mate. So b4 looks good to me. So he takes there. Could I go a5? Takes, knight e4. Takes. Here, I don't know. I can take back. There's no harm. If he takes here, I go a6. Knight, bishop d5. He goes there, huh? Am I not winning with a6? a6 bishop d5 is the problem. Oh, I have bishop. If I go bishop f3, he just takes, and then takes here. So do I go here? So a6, bishop d5. If I go a7, takes, bishop f3, he has knight c6. So a6, bishop d5, knight d6. Let's say king f8, a7, threatening bishop f3. So he has to go bishop back to a8. I go knight c7. I think that's winning. Oh, but does he have here? Oh, I did not even look at that. Yeah, maybe I'm not winning. Maybe I messed this up badly. I'm not sure. I mean, definitely I'm pressing, but... Okay, yeah, I didn't even consider that. So bishop d5, yeah. So now I calculated here, but he has knight c6 now. Oh no, then I have knight b5. So my idea is a7. a7, and now I'm threatening bishop f3. So you have to go bishop f8. What? Bishop f3 just wins, right? Yeah, bishop f3 is just winning now. Because if he takes, I just take here, and then I make a queen. Yeah, so... I mean, I saw this line in my head with king e7, but it just didn't work, so I just didn't really fully calculate it. But I think this game was an okay... Okay, he goes there. What? I just promote though, right? So takes. I mean, okay, at this point, it doesn't really matter. Just got to make sure I don't blunder my queen to a fork, which is, like, it's pretty much the only way you can lose this position. I assume he's going to go knight e5. Okay, I'm just going to take all the pawns. Okay, I will go here. I'm not really sure what this move does, to be honest. He should attack my queen and hope I blunder it, but I'm not going to. Yeah, let's just push our pawn. Let's go with this check. And then bring our king in. And I can't take this pawn because of knight d3. I should have gone king g2. That is... I salute my opponent, because whenever you have a knight, there is no way on earth you should resign. Because I have lost so much better positions than this. I'm getting my king on g3 though. That way there's no knight forks. Because there's a special relationship between the king and the knight when they're one square diagonally apart like this. So, okay, we'll see what my opponent does. I assume like king g6 or something. I'm going to go king g3 and then take here. But yeah, that was close. Like, this is something that you could definitely still lose to, especially when you have like 2 minutes on your clock. And okay, my opponent disconnected, which is a little bit rude, but hopefully we can claim the victory here. No, I'm not going to give you a draw just because you disconnected, because, okay, you disconnected when I'm completely winning. So this game would have, maybe should have probably already ended, but okay, we'll see what my opponent does. And I'll claim that victory. So yeah, a nice victory against a decently strong opponent. So we'll check out the opening. So yeah, this bishop e7 move is definitely playable, but... Oh, c5 is the main line. Okay. Yeah, there's setups with c6. There's setups with d takes c4. And there's setups with c5. But I missed setups with b6. This is apparently the main line here. And yeah, I guess this is something that's pretty normal after d4, bishop b7. Let's say like bishop d3. And we have a very similar position. Like after this, it's pretty much equality. His knight is here. My knight's here. So it's probably relatively equal. But instead of that, c takes, e takes. Yeah, knight takes is the one I'm more used to, and the positions get really, really crazy here. Here you have this really nice move h4, and after knight c6, I'm trying to remember. I think there's like queen c2 fishing pole traps. Like knight here, queen b1. Okay, I don't really remember the exact lines. Maybe it's with queen c2 first, knight c6, and now h4. Now this is much more popular. But okay, maybe a3 to get rid of this first, b6, and now h4. Okay, yeah. It's like this. And then this just gets really wild. Your bishop sort of eye the king. The bishop comes to d3 and just gets really insane. Knight comes to e4 usually. It's a really, really fun position. So I thought that if we got this, it would be nice. But instead we get d takes, which is a little bit more of a boring position. And here rook c1 has never been played before, but apparently it's fine as well. But yeah, the rook just doesn't want to commit to c1 so quickly. So d4 is the best move here. So yeah, takes is not really played. You should really go knight here. And yeah, that makes a lot of sense because I get more flexibility. And maybe you can go b6, get the hanging pawns. So knight takes here, here. And then now definitely this is not a very good move. Yeah, really, I think what I said about the bishop being misplaced on e7 is kind of accurate here. Really, the main moves here are bishop c5 and bishop d6, both taking advantage of the fact that both addressing the fact that the bishop really should not be on e7, which is why I don't think this whole idea, I don't think e takes really makes any sense. Like, to make your setup make sense, you have to justify why your bishop is here. So, yeah, they should really take with the knight. So bishop e6 here, and then queen b6 here. Again, I don't, like, the engine doesn't really give this, I can request a computer analysis, but the engine really doesn't give this a mistake, but I think it just kind of has to be a mistake. After takes, rook d1, rook a5, knight b5. This is all good by me. Here bishop c3 was winning. With what idea? Knight c7 here. Knight d5. Oh yeah, I did not see this. But I mean, even still, is this okay? I mean, I didn't see any of this, and maybe I should have considered this, but even this does not look that convincing. I guess you're gonna win f5, yeah, or f7, sorry. But yeah, even this is not the most convincing position in the world. Opposite colored bishops, I'm not sure I want to go for that. a4 is a mistake. But I mean, yeah, bishop f6 again. Really, he has to go rook c8 here. And rook c8, I think I would probably be forced to go rook c1, and then just don't trade this. And then now I don't think I can go here because he has knight c5. Oh, no, he does not have knight c5. So what should he do? Oh, he should just give this up. Okay, because he's winning it back. Okay, so bishop f6. This again is quite bad. Then here I have a nice position. Here I should go rook d c1 is the best move according to the engine. Okay, no, now it's not. Now it's knight d4. With what idea? Knight e6, f e6, and now rook c1. Okay. And this position is plus 1.5 for me. Yeah, rook on the 7th, it becomes very nice. Yeah, and that's the other thing about the isolated pawn is you don't always have to pressure the pawn. Here I don't really have any way. My knight has to come back to c3 here, and he can just defend it. So now I just have to look for activity with, like, on the c file. Because he has his weakness. Now if I can create a second weakness, I can probably win the game. So yeah, he blundered there. He should really take with the bishop. But I thought after knight d6, bishop e6, I thought I have rook c7. d4 here. de, fe, bishop e, knight e, and yeah, okay, it's a lot more complicated than in the game at least. Like, yeah, I'm going to win the pawn, but this is, like, very hard to convert. Especially since, like, does he even have here immediately? Like, okay, knight d6, though, winning this pawn. Okay, yeah, so it's still harder than, this is just a lot easier. b4, fx c3. Yeah, I should go a5. I said in the game I should go a5, but I think I just got a little bit scared of here knight e4 and then knight c5. Oh, the knight covers c5. Yeah, that is just dumb by me. But maybe here. Yeah, okay. I was just hallucinating, seeing things. But this is a less risky way to play, and yeah, this conversion is very accurate. a6, only winning move. A lot of people are here tempted to grab the pawn and be like, oh, I'm up a pawn, but then you get forked. And the worst thing is, if somehow I move this and he had to take here, like, okay, I'm still winning. But it doesn't matter, it's a fork. The only thing that matters is he attacking the b6 pawn. He's going to take that no matter what. So yeah, don't be tempted to grab pawns. And then yeah, okay, bishop here is a blunder. What should he have done? He should go bishop c8, and then oh, I only have one winning move. Bishop g4 is so crazy. Wow. Because if here, king f8, I just have to find bishop g4. Wow. Yeah, bishop g4 is a crazy move. Like, I'm not sure I see that, especially since after bishop g4, why didn't he just take, go knight a6? King f2. Bishop e2, okay, here. Can you not just win the pawn? I'm not seeing it. I'm not seeing the win here. Bishop c5 here, king e5 here, and king d6, knight a6. Check here. And then I apparently pick up these pawns. Wow. Okay, so that would have been a very, very ridiculous way to win. I don't know if I see bishop g4. It's a very, very nice move, but yeah, bishop c8 I didn't even see at all. And yeah, knight c6 I thought was losing after knight d6, knight b5. Yeah. So, because king f8, knight b5. I mean, maybe this was like, he should try something like this, because this is still, okay, it's winning for me, but it's still not easy. But the way he did in the game is just, yeah, game over. And then this is game. So I think that was, yeah, okay, a decently played game. a4, I don't think that's such a mistake. Yeah, f takes e3 is definitely a mistake. I definitely missed a5. And let's see our inaccuracy. Rook c1. Yeah, it's an accuracy, but knight d4 is not that much better. So I think that generally I played a pretty good game. Now, this is a pretty good illustration of how you play against the isolated pawn. The main ideas are, like, I guess, like, my opponent I didn't really play against the isolated pawn, to be honest. I kind of really just played against my opponent, trading all the pieces when I have better activity and they have weaknesses. So yeah, I'm probably going to call this video playing against the isolated pawn, because I think that's something that a lot of people want to learn. But yeah, that's it in today's video, guys. I'll see you guys in the next one.